The U.S. shattering its single-day case record again. Nearly 650,000 cases were reported yesterday. The surge of Omicron causing headaches across the country, snarling travel plans, holiday celebrations, and, well, life in general. All of this echoing March of 2020. President Biden isn't ordering rapid tests until next week. I want to bring in eMed CEO and co-founder Dr. Patrice Harris. And Dr., you know, this test order, is this too little, too late for the country? It's 500 million rapid tests, but they're not even signing the contract until next week.
Well, you know, I can go back to the very beginning of this pandemic, and we have always been behind in appreciating the importance of testing and the testing process to work our way through this pandemic. So I am glad with recent announcements regarding more tests, but what we have to make sure is that we get a return on that infrastructure. So we need tests now. And I'm glad that we are getting there, but we are going to need many more tests to come.
All right. So let me ask you this from a medical perspective from you. Okay. So Dr. Fauci has already been on the air saying that he thinks by the end of January that the surge from Omicron will be dissipating. Okay. Well, if that's the truth, and if we don't start getting tests until mid-January, then what's the point? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point? It's already going to be halfway across the country by then.
Well, fortunately, there are some tests available. As you might imagine, my company, which is not a test manufacturer, but we developed the software and the platform to enable rapid antigen tests at home. So there is some supply, but there's going to be a need for a quick ramp up of production. I will say this, and I will say this about this virus, that just because Omicron may reach its peak, this virus continues to mutate. I've said in other settings that this virus gets an A. And don't forget, we are still in the cold and the flu season. And we at eMed have always encouraged testing, particularly now. We, in fact, believe that everyone should have tests in their medicine cabinet. And if they get the sniffles, they can tell whether or not they have the flu or a cold or COVID, and then take the appropriate action. We call that test to know. And by the way, as you know, we now have oral pills on the market, but you have to be diagnosed early. So there is going to be a need for testing, I believe, throughout at least the spring, maybe the summer.
Sure. Well, and the FDA, I'm glad you brought that up, because the FDA authorized the use of Pfizer's antiviral pill, and it's in high demand to help treat these symptoms. I'm glad you're saying that you have to take it early. But, you know, and I think that you're saying here that you can get early access to the pill through eMed's Test to Treat platform. How do we use your platform to get this antiviral pill? Because I know a lot of Americans are really interested in getting a hold of this.
So again, our platform allows at-home testing. And by the way, if you are infectious, and the tests that we use, the rapid antigen tests that we use, are good at identifying someone who is infectious, you don't want to go to a testing location, right? You want to be able to test in your home 24/7, and that's what we do. So I always say we make the right thing to do, the easy thing to do, access the testing. As you know, by the way, is nowhere near what it needs to be, but we are playing our part at eMed to make rapid testing available at home when people need it. And then they can use the lab result from us to go to their doctor early on to potentially get the medication if they qualify.
Okay, good. And that's the connection to the eMed platform between testing and the antiviral pill. And I want to make that clear to everybody because there's high interest in this right now, Doctor. Before you go, I did want to ask you about these reports of hospitalizations of children from COVID. Obviously, those children that are too young to be vaccinated. Is that a concern for you right now?
I'm quite worried about that. You know, I have a love for children as I am a child and adolescent psychiatrist. And, you know, children have not been totally immune to COVID. We've seen that over the course of this pandemic, but now we are seeing the numbers that are quite worrisome. And we have to say, often they may be hospitalized for other illnesses, which is a reminder that everyone eligible should get their flu shot. We are still in the flu season, but certainly we want to make sure that we do all that we can as adults, those of us who are eligible to get vaccinated, who are eligible and who do and should wear a mask, and make sure there's a testing protocol around that so that we can keep the youngest in our population as safe as we can.
Absolutely. Amen to that. Dr. Patrice Harris, doctor, thank you very much. And thank you for helping us understand and something eMed that can do that can maybe utilize more safety, and we can get back to a healthy America after all of this. Doctor, thank you very much and Happy New Year.